How to play Magic: The Gathering. Learn how to play Magic: The Gathering and indulge in a game that promises excitement, strategy, analysis, and adaptability to your personality. The complexity of this card game is such that it allows the player to do a lot with a select few cards. The game changes from player to player and from game to game. Suffice it to say, it is never the same. Here are the ground rules for a basic game. 1. A deck of 60 cards is used, and both players start off with 20 life points. The highest dice toss determines who goes first. Players draw 7 cards from the deck. 2. Card types, categories. By category and type. Permanents. They stay in play unless another effect renders them out of play. Lands, creatures, enchantments, artifacts. Non-permanents. Discarded after use. Sorceries, instants. By color and landform. Blue for control. Lets a player control what his opponent can or can't do, or even steal cards. Land, islands. Green for nature. It has creatures with which to trample down enemies. They multiply fast and are strong. Land, forests. Red for quick damage. It is aggressive in doing powerful damage. Land, mountains. Black for pure evil. Makes opponent lose strength or life. Raises dead creatures. Land, swamps. White for defense. Gives strength. Restores life. Regenerates health. Protects. Land, plains. 3. Know the card's playing power. Needless to say, a player must be thoroughly familiar with his cards and each one's particular strengths and weaknesses in order to maximize their use in the battlefield. The mana cost at the top right-hand corner of the card indicates the color and number of cards needed to cast the spell that the card holds. Each card has a name. To the right of it are symbols of skulls and a number. These symbols indicate the mana players must pay to cast a spell. Below the artwork are the card ID, the card type, and the creature type. A white box shows the creature's abilities. Below that are 2 numbers showing the creature's power, how much damage it can do, and its toughness, how much damage it can take. 4. Start play. The players draw a card with which to produce mana at each turn. This is used to cast spells, the kind of which is determined by the color and landform of the card in play. Once the mana is used, it is tapped and may not be used again. The card is placed sideways on the board. 5. Combat. This is where you fight to reduce your opponent's life points to 0. This is usually done by making creatures attack the opponent's cards using the card's specific powers. The attacked player can block the attack by using his own card's abilities. When this happens, the 2 creatures inflict damage on one another and must sustain losses on their points. Either they lose power or toughness. When the toughness goes to 0, that creature dies and must go to the graveyard. The instant and sorcery cards, as well as the enchantment and artifact ones, can do damage when the player employs them to attack an opponent. 6. Win. The attacks, if not blocked or reverted, can take away life points from the opponent and thus enable a player to reduce his foe's life points to 0. When the player succeeds in doing so, he wins the game. No one becomes an expert at anything without practice. The more you play the game, and the better acquainted you are with the various abilities of your cards, the better you will get at it. These are just some tips on how to play Magic: The Gathering.